What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, baby? What's going down? It's your boy. And it's this house. Got him in form. The prophet de jour. You know what I'm saying? What's cracking late, man? Back again on a Monday. Yeah, man, I was getting my thoughts together, man, about today's episode, man. I'm like, I was all over the place, right? You know what I'm saying? Has so much I wanted to talk about because I'm only on a weekly schedule right now. So, you know what I mean? But I got a lot to talk about, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to get as much as I can in. Um, and you know how my program goes, you know how Thailand TV go. You know what I mean? We don't pull shots out here. Everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. So ain't nothing personal. It's just how the real world is. You know what I mean? That's how I'm putting it down. So, you know what I mean? Enjoy with me. Blessings. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to me. If you don't, it's all good. It wasn't meant for you. Hey, but yeah, welcome to the show, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Thailand TV, man. I'm seeing um more and more uh, face to camera interview style. You know what I mean? One-on-one podcast coming out now, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's real. That's one thing I knew about it. It's real. That's why it's better than what's going on. You know what I'm saying on TV, Netflix, Disney Plus, and all these guys that are making us pay these memberships for these shows. Now we on here and we conversating and we get an exchange with each other through this video medium. You know what I'm saying? So this is dope. You know what I mean? I'm loving it. Keep coming with it, man. This is what it is right now. You know what I'm saying? So let's ride this wave, man. Yeah. Oh, so I'm popping it off, man. So yeah, I'm popping it off, man. So today, my boys, man, my squad, man. So so I get an email about 2 days before Lincoln's first practice, first and second grade soccer practice. So I was like, all right. They was like, yeah, we don't got a coach for the team. So I'm like, all right, man. They got me in there. So, you know, I took on the reins and man, just man, they threw me a good team. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes just how the cars ride, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hey, they threw me a pretty good team. But yeah, man. Today was our last game of the season. And for sure we went undefeated. You know what I mean? It's the first time I've taken, you know, group of kids went undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it was dope. It was dope, man. The young guys really did, and that's the thing about it. Like I've always had conversations about winning and how to teach kids. Not even how, right? Most people that argue don't even argue about how to teach kids. That they always argue about when to teach them. Like, oh, it's too early to teach kids, and it's for the fun of it and stuff. And I'd be like, I get it, but like, how do you do that when? Because they're already there. Like they well, we got what's the score? I ain't even said nothing about the score. I haven't said the score one time. The other coach hasn't said nothing. No adult in the fans has said anything about the score. They are out there sitting up here communicating with each other about the score. First and second grade. Well, we got all right, man. We just scored. They just scored, man. So we got scored. We got scored again. We up. I'm like first and second grade. And people, and this is the thing I be telling people. People always be trying to tell me. I've had this conversation before. People always try to tell me about like, oh, this is what you got to do to teach the kids. I'm like, but the kids, this is what the kids want to do. You know what I'm saying? They want to do this. I'm the one that's like after every game this season, I put it on everything. I put it on everything. I put it on the most high. Y'all think how y'all really don't understand how I teach the game to these kids, right? I'm telling the kids, I'm like, oh man, after every game, oh, I think it was a tie. I think we had Eagles points every game. Even games that we were just like 8-0. I'm like, I love it. They didn't score. I think they did. I think it was a tie. I think ours. I'm trying to keep them to a normalization, which, like I said, I'm about to pop my shit, man. I don't see why. I don't see why it's important to teach kids to be normal. I don't get that. I don't get why people are trying to force people that are trying to push kids to be the best that they can be, the hardest that they can push them to be the best that they can be, and try to tell people to dial it back and let them be normal. You know what I'm I'd be like, yo, that's crazy. Because most of the time, the kids don't want to be normal. The kids want to be great. The kids want to win. The kids get emotional when they lose. They get sad. But that's why it's important for them to learn that too. And I think that's what people get mixed up is about the winning so much because you have to teach them about the losing. You got to teach them how to lose, what losing means. And in order to do that, you have to teach them what winning is and what it takes to win. So that way, when they get the combination of the two, somebody else at the crib, whatever, you know, so he be going out. But when they get the combination of the two, now they understand the full circle of what it means to play a sport. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things I try to teach. One of the things I tell my kids is when I'm teaching them like this, I tell them all. Like I have them one of my practices. You know what I'm saying? Like I do a lot of different mental stuff because it's 90% of the game. That's why my kids come out tough when I coach them, when I have my practices, especially because I tell first thing I tell them, ask my kids. I tell them, look down at the floor. Look down at the floor. What do you see? Also, you see lines. I say, what do these lines look like? They look like, you know what I'm saying, geometry, right? You know what I'm saying, angles, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is a classroom we're in right here. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people don't understand the way I come at it is because everybody's coming at the 10%. That's why it's only 10% because everybody can do it, right? The skill part, the skill, just going out here and shooting baskets, going out here running around, jumping and flying and dunking and all this kind of stuff. That's cool. That's great. But can you think the game? And that's what is difficult for people to understand how you do that is because if you think about mental training, right? If you go out and physically train, yeah, you go hoop, shoot, train, shoot shots, jump shots, dribble all day long. But if you mentally train, what are you supposed to do when you mentally train? What is the ultimate form of mental training? Ultimate form. Meditation. From across the board. Across everybody's board, the ultimate form of meditation, taking your mind to a higher level, is meditation. And what are you doing when you meditate? What are you doing when you meditate? You're sitting your ass still. Right? So if the ultimate form of learning with the ultimate form of sport, which is 90% mental, would be meditation, that would be standing still. But we're out here telling the kids keep moving. Nah, in order to think this game, stop. Take a second. Even like when I teach point guards, take a second. Take a second, see what you got. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the ultimate dream of a coach to see kids get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it'd be far in between sometimes if they have moments where they really be like, Coach was right. Coaches know what I'm talking about. It's far in between that you get the joy of kids like, Coach, you was right. But when you don't even get the word, but you just get a look, you know what I'm saying? Like they do a move, you taught them or something like that, and they make the basket, they turn and look at you. And that's all it is to a coach, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like, big up to my little team, man, the little Red Fire Dragons. They cold, man. Lincoln cold, man. My boys is cold, man. My son, my offsprings is cold, man. My daughter even had like a athletic build to her, too. Like, she had an athletic, she walked like an athlete, you know what I mean? But she just never went into sports. But she could have, I swear. And my two sons, man, they're very physically gifted. You know what I'm saying? Like they can move, man. Move. Little Lincoln. First time little dude ever played soccer. That's the first time this little dude ever played soccer. I ain't even went out back and played soccer with him. He never said to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like he all over the place. Like Speedy all over the place with the ball. I'm like, okay, little man. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple of goals. You know what I'm saying? Still got to work on that. You know, but the little guy be moving his feet, man. So, and then I had a couple of little dudes on the team, man. It was nice, man. Some nice little guys. So it was dope. And then today, fuck it, I'm gonna break it down into it. So that today, you know what I mean. Today, three of my kids, four of my kids were late today, and three of them are my strongest players. Two of them are strongest players. One of them, Lincoln, was there, and then the fourth strongest player, he was late too. It was three of them, my strongest players. So you know what I'm saying. So Lincoln out there doing his thing, man. You know what I mean? He was all over the place, man. He was cool. But I had my little weaker players, guys really new to the whole game and just being new to moving out there on the field. He was out there with them and stuff, and so they were doing pretty good, but they got scored on a couple times, you know what I mean? And you know, we had a couple of attempts, but didn't score yet. And then because they had these guys going for four. They got them going for 4 12-minute, first and second grade going for 4 12-minute quarters, dog. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Like, this stuff is real. You know what I'm saying? As a I'm just thinking like as a human person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm playing a sport 12 minutes straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, look at me now. I can't do 12 minutes straight. Like, I was like, dang. So I'll be feeling bad for him and stuff, but they be in there. Little nigga was holding down, man. He was all over the place, man, moving his little legs. And then like, you know, once my little boy, my guys got in, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was happy to heck because he had a little squad with him now. I was like, I ain't that. Dude started riding out because we was down like 3-0 first quarter, and then yeah, we ended up winning like 6-3. You know what I'm saying? They nice, but that's what I'm trying. That's what I be doing. I'm telling y'all this stuff about winning and teaching the kids win. It's difficult because it's like, how do you do that when you get handed? I didn't pick the team. About 2 days before their practices, they called me up, or I responded. So whatever they already had, I was like, I roll with it. But boy, when you got it, what do you do? Right? You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, oh man, you guys just be normal and lose. No, these dudes taking the ball down the field, shit, crossing niggas on, hitting the side, going up the side, pulling it back in, beep, nice little tap. Come on, man. With that, I gotta tell them who they is. I gotta tell them they gods, man. It's the only thing to do, man. Shit, man. But no, that's the and that's why it's like, that's why, like, with young kids, one of the things I think about is when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know what I'm saying, first the thing, that's why the whole mental part of it is so important to me, because when I was younger, it was like, it was weird. It was like, I didn't know the power of walking into a room. You know what I'm saying? But I recognized that if something's going on when I walked in a room. And blessings to, you know what I'm saying, my mom, I said, like I always talk about, for teaching me education and the whole mental power of it. Because, like I said, you know what I'm saying, especially like back in the day when I was young, man, I was, you know what I'm saying, like, I remember one time when, called me to the office and they were like, yeah, we got you enrolled in algebra or something like that. And I was like, yeah. And they was like, yeah, but it says your your test score say that you should be in algebra. And I was like, I mean, yeah. So like, why'd you say that? I was like, I'm just in school, you know what I'm saying? First year of high school. I don't know. I mean, I did. I knew, you know what I'm saying, King Dre, you know what I'm saying, Tusky, you know what I'm saying, all them, Bebop, you know what I'm saying. I knew all them, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but it was like, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But they was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, your test scores are, pretty high. So, we're going to put you in calculus or something. I think it took my first year, something like that. So they said, yeah, you're going to go in this class. I was like, all right. And back then, you know what I'm saying, it's 91, you know what I'm saying? There wasn't too many of us in those kind of classes. So I walk into a class and, you know what I'm saying, it's only one, maybe just me, of this color in there. So it's like, boom, all eyes on me. You know what I'm saying? On the guy, right? That's just how it was. You know, I'm spitting facts. This is what I told you this medium is for. Speak real live TV. So, yeah, I mean, and I remember walking in nervous, you know what I'm saying, ashamed, you know what I'm saying, because I didn't know I'm supposed to be there, you know what I'm saying, especially the type of person where I came from, you know what I'm saying. But, you know, I walked in because I had, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, you know what I mean? School is something that was important to me, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get to school, and then, you know what I'm saying, deal with all the whatever. But it was cool. I'm not mad happy. I got shit. One of my good friends, man, Tammy Oxendale, man. I remember she was in class with me too, man. She was real cool. You know what I'm saying? Actually, kind of helped calm me down, because she kind of spoke to me, and kind of made me feel like everything's good. You know what I'm saying? That's dope stuff, because it's like you don't understand it at that time, right? But like, the reason why I speak the way I speak is because when I was going through that, I didn't know what that was. I didn't know how powerful that was. But then I started to grow up and I started to understand the power of walking in a room and having heads turn. You know what I mean? Like, so the guy, you know what I mean? I told you I was popping off tonight, so I apologize. But and And it's something about that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something about that to be able to just make a whole room stop. You know what I mean? And that's a very strong power. And these young men, these young kings, these young kids, man, when they're young, they don't understand that they all have that power. They don't get that they could be a ray of sunshine and just a super positive imagery for something or somebody. You know what I mean? But we got to be the ones to teach them that at the young age, and that's the mental part of it more so than just the athletic part of it. You know what I'm saying? And skillful part of it. That's why schooling is more important, and that's why people are always making comments about the structure and the status of where um, schooling is at right now. You know what I'm saying? And how, especially public schooling, has got a bad light on it. But at the same time, I think the things that we're being taught are things that were written by whoever they were written by anyway. I think the most important thing about it is, and what I think is the most important thing, especially for young people, um, is the why. That's what I think is the most important thing. That's why people don't understand why I have these deep conversations with young people, because I want them to understand the why. Once they get the why, everything falls into place. I had a conversation with some kids one time, some of my players, after a play happened, and I'm like, yo, well, I know what I did. I was like, I know you know what you did. I was right there with you. I was literally right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally right there when the play happened. I'm looking dead at it just like you. So you ain't got to tell me, because I know you was there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm wondering what was you thinking when that happened? Like, oh well, you know what I'm saying? I thought that I thought the guy was gonna do something to go. I thought the guy was gonna go for the ball, and I was like, well, did he go for the ball? He's like, no. So that now we found out why. Okay, you did that because you thought that. Well, now let's retrain that. Let's make your mind think that a person will not go for the ball. Only you, the one that can get it. Let's reprogram that. And that's where the why comes in at. Because once you figure out the why you did it, we can stop you from thinking that way, because it's all about mental, man. Like, this game is to be sold, not told, man. But at the same time, we losing out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna dodge deep into it with the Kings in a little bit. You'll get on topic in a little bit with the Kings. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it up to y'all, man. What I want to do is I want to give a shout out to my guy, man. This dude really does exemplify some dope shit. Excuse my language, but it's late night TV. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he about to be a adult anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? I can talk about him in that light. Young King, D Money, Derek Whitley, man. Dude be popping it off. Dude be popping it off. I feel like defense doesn't get that much glory. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the trenches. But as a linebacker at Apple Valley, been holding it down for many years, man. I want to tell a story real quick about this young man, and this story that I'm about to tell y'all is my first interaction with this dude. My first interaction. So we chilling, man. We on the sideline. We coaching the game. You know what I'm saying? We playing Egan. I think we playing Egan at Egan. This is just how we did things, man. It was just some different stuff, man. So we at Egan, man. We putting it to them. You know what I'm saying? Actually, they was holding it tight with us. They was holding tight with us, but we did what we do. You know what I'm saying? We put the gas to the pedal, man. You know what I'm saying? Fact check. Go. Hey, I'm telling you, my boys was riding, man. So this was some real stuff right here, right? The money. So we chilling. We about to get done, and I guess some dude was like popping off about, you know what I'm saying? Some dude from Egan was popping off about us, and D Money hopped the fence. D Money hopped the fence was, I don't know how the fence was. The fence was about 6 feet. I think it was, you know what I'm saying? But it said D Money that hopped the fence, and he over there like, dude, you won't talk about Apple Valley, boy. First game with us, bro. First game with us, bro. And that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's some dope shit. Young man, has always been a rider, man. A hitter, straight up hitter. You know what I'm saying? A hitter, okay? You know what I'm saying? So big ups to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, like I said, the first game, that first game, I think that showed me, you know what I'm saying, like people understand the definition of loyalty. That was it right there. You know what I'm saying? If you had to put a video to it, that would have been the video for it right there. That's loyalty. So straight to God, man, on the guys, man, my boys ride out, man. My boys ride out, boy. You know what I mean? Shit. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, as far as back to basketball, you know what I'm saying? Because I got to talk about that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, Football and basketball at the places I think they should be. A little delayed, but you know what I'm saying? You know how that go. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go. I try to tell people, you know what I'm saying? But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We go right. It's Thailand. Welcome to Thailand TV. All people and all passengers, please fasten your seatbelt and get ready for a bumpy ride. You know what I'm saying? But no, I try to tell people, man, but we good. You know what I'm saying? I think we're at right now good. You know what I'm saying? Football's so short, man. I hate that shit because I swear it used to be 10. I might be wrong. It used to be 10 games, but now it's only motherfucking now it's only 8. So they go quick, man. But they right where they need to be, man. Two good games left. Show some shit. Got two really good quality teams about to play. So it'll be the time for them to show some shit right now. Show some shit. Play as a team. You gotta play as a team. You gotta play as a team, man. I taught y'all this. This is the killer part right here. I've been waiting for this, and I told y'all this when y'all were young. I always told y'all. I said, I'll talk to y'all about it when y'all... Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. I told y'all. I'll talk to y'all about this when y'all get older. I always said that, didn't I? I always said that. I always say something little, real quick, something simple to you. You be like, huh, coach? I'm like, don't worry about it. I'll talk to you about it when you get older. Well, this is it right here. This is it right here. You know what I'm saying? So lock in, man. Play together as a team. Y'all know what each other can do. They can't stop you. Tell me I'm lying. Anything I've ever said on show, on thing, I've asked people to show me proof if I'm not telling the truth. Tell me I'm lying. I can show a 6-year span of you guys winning games. You're seniors now. One thing about playing up that I talked about before, you're playing up against people that are older than you. The illest shit ever is when you're a senior is that you are no longer playing against anybody that's older than you. Everybody you're playing against is your peer or younger. It's time to dominate. It's time to win. I talk crazy, man. I talk crazy. I know. But what if I was right? On the gods, man. And you got to think about when it comes to sports. I think one of the best lines is from the Avenger. I talked about this before. The best line is when Captain America tells Hulk that he needs to get angry. He says, might be a good time if you get angry. And Bruce turns to him, he says, nah, that's the thing, player. It's the thing, Cap. I'm always angry. And it just turns. That's dope shit, man. It's called light switch, man. I told you about it before. Like, you gotta turn that thing on, turn that thing off, man, at the right time, especially in sports. You gotta be able to turn it on when it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? Or be low key when it's time to be low key with it. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Teach these young, but that's mental stuff, man. It's all about mental stuff. It's all about teaching urgency is mental. You know what I'm saying? Teaching good shots and bad shots is mental. You know what I'm saying? If you're not honing in on the mental, I seen a conversation today. Colleague of mine, Coach Mark, Mr. Holman was his wife posted up something saying that he was talking about something, and it's similar to what I've been feeling. Me personally, I just feel like I've spoke about this before. I've spoke about the effect of training, right? But I've always had to make sure I gave a disclaimer. I've always had to say that, hey, look, I'm not talking about nobody personally. I'm actually trying to help the game, right? Because what's happening is that we're teaching too much individualistic shit in a team sport. We're putting too much emphasis on being individual in team sports. And now my problem is a lot of places don't have the ability to live off the shoulders of one player, but they have the ability to live off of playing as a team, which would bring more attention to the program rather than trying to bring the attention just to that one player, right? And you got to understand how um, sometimes when you're it becomes learned behavior, right? So, and everybody knows about learned behavior. If you haven't, look it up. So your body becomes in tune to the thing that you're doing all the time, and almost, what, not almost, it does end up becoming a habit, and because of almost an automatic reaction that you don't even know you're doing it. So if we're teaching these kids, one example I have is I watched kids play, and this move kills me. It kills me. You'll see a kid do a hezzy, right, and then cross, and dude's gone off the hezzy still, and the player crossed right back to the head to do that. And I'm like, and then when I first was starting to realize that and question it, I started to pay attention to training, right? And so then I would watch now, and I'd be like, oh, I'm see him doing a move that he learned. That's why he's crossing back over, because he's still completing the move that he learned. He became learned behavior for him just to do that move rather than to say, I got him beat, go to the rack. Because naturally he can't do that. Because his body has been in tune to dribble, cross, get to the cone, pull up, dribble behind your back, go to the next cone, crossover, go to the next cone, do this. That's what they're doing. They're going to the cones in the game. You know what I'm saying? Rather than playing live action, what the defense is giving you, take it. Now, and that's not a knock on anybody, but it's just to bring it all back in a circle. Like I always tell you, everything I talk about is how much mental part of the game is. And in order to teach that, you got to start young. You got to teach them what winning and losing is, because they don't understand the value of it, because they end up growing up with no urgency because they don't care about the winning, or they think it's just all about winning. And they lose sight of what it takes to actually win as a team. Like I said, most of this training stuff is teaching a lot of individualistic stuff. That's why a lot of kids go out there and they can't perform. And they're wondering why I do training all the time. Yeah, but you're not learning how to play within. There's 9 other motherfuckers on the floor. 9 other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And if you have, I've told people this before, if you have the more fast breaks, the less people down on the defensive end you got to try to get by. You know what I'm saying? But if you slow the game up, then you're playing against 9 motherfuckers all the time, because you can't go through your own players. So you got to go around them too. I had, to, I had to kick that out for the people that didn't realize it in the back. But still, man, listen, the mental part of the game, man, is so important, man. It's so important, man. You teach him that part of it, and you teach him what it's like to win and what it takes to win as a team. You have an unstoppable force. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Yeah, that was very intense, and I let that pop off a little bit about sports shit because I'm feeling it right now. I'm riding on this one, man. My team, man, my little red fire hawks, or excuse me, my little red fire dragons. I'm sorry, baby boys. Sorry, y'all. You know what I'm saying? My little red fire drizzles, you know what I'm saying? Burning them in the flames. My soccer team was nice, man. But yes. Thank you. You still with me? Thank you. We're gonna talk a little bit about love. relationships. Thailand TV, man. We go out like this, man. Hey, look. If you listen to me, blessings. If you don't, it wasn't meant for you. Pass it on. But look, I'm sorry, ladies. I'm gonna go at you tonight. Y'all gonna get it. I'm sorry. This Thailand TV though. This is all I know. I talk like this. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize, lady. I gave y'all. Hey, for real. You can look back on my stuff. I don't know if Facebook might have deleted it. I'm sorry, but I swear there was a time there. You think I'm lying? Y'all, don't please. Whatever I say that ladies don't like, don't try to be like I hate ladies because I don't. You know what I'm saying? I've said that before. And matter of fact, to prove it, I did a 30-day ladies. It was Ladies Month when I did a whole 30-day episodes, 30 days, 30 episodes about the ladies. Spit game, talking about these deadbeat ass dudes. You know what I'm saying? I was giving y'all some love 30 days, man. I said these bum ass dudes, we need dudes long. Go get that money. You know what I'm saying? I was hooking y'all up, hey, for 30 days. But after that, I was like, yeah, I gotta get back on my kings. Welcome to King's Court. Welcome to King's Court, man. I think that you gotta always accept the times that you live in. And one of those things that really ticks me off is that men aren't getting a lot of credit, man. And I think one of the best things I ever heard in my life was when I was doing videography for Office of the Black Male Student Achievement, ran by my dude, my good friend, Dr. Mike Walker. I was going around these young men and going around the program and filming a couple of events for them. And every time I was there and with them, you know, Mike would have conferences or be at an event. And Mike and Mel and the Kings would call these young men kings. And I was like, oh man, that's dope, you know. And at this time, it was like I was working with kids a little bit more because I was working through the programs and filming, and just starting to be around, especially a lot of inner city young men, um, and just starting to see, you know, at the high school level, just the motivation and the passion and the artistry, the creativity, the knowledge, the speak. You know what I'm saying? It was just dope, you know, and it became a part of me to start referring to young men as young kings, and then anyone over 18 I refer to as a king. But just in reference, I love that because um, just to kind of speak like we're, you know, hold your head like royalty. You know what I'm saying? Hold your head like royalty. Hold your head like you're somebody important, you know? Hold your head like, you know what I'm saying? You can take on anything and nothing can stop you, you know? And that's what it feels, the empowerment of that word king gives to these young men, man. And when I first started hearing it, it was dope. And then learning from, you know, my brother, um, you know, about the tribe of Judah and uh, the Hebrew Israelites, um, learning even more the significance of being a king and God's. But like I always talk about, you know what I'm saying, like religion and all that is all just different writings, you know what I'm saying? But there was all one. I feel that people should learn all of them and then blend them all together and um, pull out the commonalities, right? That's how I feel. Pull out the commonalities. But no, Charleston White had a comment, and what he said is that um, kings shouldn't call every man every man shouldn't be called a king. And I feel him on that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, because back in the day they weren't all kings, so why would you call them that now? And I feel that, and that's a good argument. But like I always say, just said a minute ago, you got to change with the times. And with the times, every man is starting to hold. Back in the day, it was different because what I'm saying, it was easier to be kings when you had more people willing to follow. I think willing to follow, not just having followers, but people willing to follow. But I think now we're at a point where uh, uh, men are want their own kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Want their own families, want their own niches, and want their own kingdom. So therefore, if it goes by your kingdom, you know what I'm saying, many men are having their own kingdoms and their own homes, their own families, and raising their own, then we're, you know what I'm saying, in a sense, we could all be kings, you know what I'm saying, because we want that. That's what men want. The purity of this, of what men want is straight up just family, you know what I'm saying, and having our own. That's what it is now, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I think it's a good reputation too, you know what I'm saying, to speak to men, black men, about being kings, because it gives them that concept of being able to understand, to have their own kingdom, and you know what I'm saying, go out here and get the most, you know what I'm saying? So um but it's like this though. I think it's difficult for I think it's difficult because the whole concept of men wanting to have everybody wanting to have their own, and I think we got to blame ladies for this one, right? We got to. I told y'all, ladies, we're gonna get shots tonight. You know what I'm saying? I've been shooting everybody else. I've been popping off for everybody else, man. I'm telling you, know what I'm saying? But I think we got to blame the ladies on this one, man. It's just like, because, like I said, how men really, that's what they, you know what I mean, in a sense, wanted. Real essence of men want to have that family. You know what I'm saying? Like we do, we do. We want to have family. We want to be able to just, you know, call our little own, have our little area, fortress, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and that's the true essence of us, to have that. You know what I'm saying? But ladies on a tangent right now. Y'all on a tangent, man. You know what I'm saying? Messing the game up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know dudes out here is crazy. I know he is. I know he is crazy, but $40. $40. That's how much the market is for it now. $40. See this, but this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is what I told y'all. Don't get upset with me. Don't get upset with me. But this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. See, but there's men that are in jail for persuading women to sell their vagina and get a lot of money. A lot more money than $40. but oh wait, see where I'm going with this. See where I'm going with this. Because men was, when they was doing it, because and it wasn't just men that was running the pimp game. It was women running the pimp game too. It was a lot of madams. You know what the word means, so I'm not lying, right? You know what I'm saying? Fact check me. So, but majority men, spotlighted probably, but and they was running the game. You know what I'm saying? They was running the pimp game. It was like that. It was like the front run. It was dudes. If men was running, they was making a lot of money. A lot of them in jail right now doing hard time. Well, ladies are now in charge of the pimp game. Think I'm lying. Check. Turn on your radio station right now. You gonna hear a song about one of them telling the whole group of them, go out there and get your money, girl. Go and take me everything he worth. He gonna make a pay for that coochie every day on earth. Tell me I'm lying. That's what they're saying. So they out there giving it up $40 now. All I'm pointing out, don't take it back. Hey, Thailand TV, don't be upset. I'm helping you out. $40 $40. But a lot of men got in trouble. So my point that I'm trying to bring it back to is when men were in charge of that, even a bad time, even a bad time, even when we were in charge of that, we wasn't doing it for $40. No, who's in charge of y'all marketing? You know what I'm saying? For real, hey man, Thailand TV plus shop. But that's the whole point, is that sometimes it be bad decisions. It just does. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference in that whole relationship, and the market value of that relationship, is that there's a lot of good men out here. But I think the problem is that women are taking the bad things that men and traits, things that they don't like did or whatever done, and they're doing them now. Like, if you labeled it as a bad thing, how are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? Because like we can tell you, don't do it. We did it before. It doesn't work out. Every story you told your friends, it didn't work out. So why don't you do it? Oh, just to prove you better. Bad decision. You know what I'm saying? Bad decision. So you know what I mean? Like, we be making some dumb decisions, but at least we be accountable. So we watch the decisions that we make. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think is what is tilting the scale a little bit, because there's a lot of good dudes out here. Like, there's a lot of good men. And like I said, especially with working with young people in the high schools and seeing this, like just sitting there watching and filming, because that's what I was doing, just watching and filming, and just seeing these young men grow and become pillars and activists and artists and athletes and doing all this stuff. And it was dope to see that, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm starting to realize, man, there's some good men out here, bro. Like, and I'm sorry, ladies, but them good men coming back, bro, on you. It's more of us than you. It's more good men out here than there is good women. You can be mad at me all you want to, but that's Thailand TV. Thailand TV was put here to make friends. Thailand TV was put here to tell you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that. What, man? Can you check me real quick? I'm on my show, dog. Can you just check it real quick? Boy. You asked me about a number? Yeah. TJ, are you my God? You can't sit here and wait because you wanted a number, dude. Yeah. Dude, that's some retarded ass shit, Thailand. Man, this dude for real got me sending him a damn number, bro. You know what the number is? All right, just close my door, man. I'm busy. All right, you sending the number? Yeah, I sent it now. In the middle of doing a show. But that's good intercepted right there, because what I want to talk about is the good man that I saw, King, right? Even the men that went to jail. This is what I'm talking about right here, man. This is what I'm talking about, ladies. I can get right back to it. Don't worry. But my son coming more important now. Anyway, even for a damn number. But anyways, so this dude, this young King, yep, I'm calling him Young King. He had been in jail for 11 years. He was in a garage talking to a group of a group of kids in from his neighborhood, a group of young people. And he was just sitting there going in on him. He was like, man, I'm 27, 26, 27 years old. He said, I just got out of jail at 11 years. He said, I went to jail at 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what men are doing. That's how we talk to our men, our young people. That's how we talk to them. That man stood there and told them, he said, I wasted my life off a dumbass decision. Try to press everybody. He's like, that was dumb. I did that. That was on me. There's some good men out here, ladies. Some good men out here, ladies. What are y'all doing? What y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? What y'all doing, man? You know what I'm saying? For real though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and that's the thing. Like, see, when you find somebody, right, you got to realize. Well, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. So like my girl, right? She likes sports, but she don't like it like I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be watching sports like 24 hours a day on TV, just watching games if it was all two. And I think college did that once. Anyway. 24 hours a day watching games all day, highlights, replays, live streams, your past live streams. I'm watching it, everything. You know what I'm saying? But she can care less. But she let me do my thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like she's like, oh, you watch that too much. She knows that's my passion, and she might be thinking that. This is the part where the love and the being together forever means something, because she might be thinking that, but she's not gonna say nothing about it because she know how much it means to me. Put you on game, man, and that's where relationships take off. Is where you start to say that to yourself. No matter how much I despise that, because that motherfucker love it, it's a part of our life. Yes. It's here. Yes. Look it right out. Some people do that though. Some people do that and then they get upset about the thing that they were like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's all cracking, but you can't. I mean, that's you made that decision. You know what I'm saying? And you got to ride that out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's difficult to put that other person's need first. I mean, it's even difficult to put to do what's asked. Like for real, I think a lot of people are good at doing things for people, but not a lot of people are good at doing things that are asked. You know what I'm saying? Like people just randomly do stuff. It's cool. Sometimes it don't be cool. You just don't say nothing. But sometimes people do things, and you're like, I didn't ask for that. You know what I'm saying? Like right, you know what I mean? Or you know what I'm saying? Like when you do ask, you know what I mean? So it's like you have to start getting yourself on that mentality of understanding what the other person wants and the other person's needs are, and almost like put that before yours. Because you always choose yourself first. It's going to be a very difficult situation to have. And men, I mean, men do. We do what we told. We do what we told. We might not do it when you ask us to, but we do what we told. I'm talking about even from taking out the trash. Trash, you want trash out right now, but might not be taking it out till tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Your story, your version. Now he don't never take the trash out. Nah, he just don't never take the trash out when you tell him to. He might take it out a little bit later, right? And men figure a way to get things done. A man, we even take it to the extreme of a man being um, telling his woman he's going to be successful, be a millionaire, whatever, right? How many times have you seen a man tell his woman that? You know what I'm saying? They arguing. She's like, you ain't shit. You ain't never going to be shit, whatever, whatever. And then next thing you know, I'm going to go off. You know what I'm saying? You just hung in there. You just hung in there. You might have been all right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be, you know what I'm saying? You have the empire right now. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you said, nah, he ain't shit. He didn't do it when you wanted him to. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the hardest things some women have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? When they start realizing, oh, wow, he didn't do it on my timeline. But God's timeline ain't your timeline. You know what I'm saying? So why are you leaving the situation or getting upset with him when he ain't by your timeline? When dude upstairs might be saying, hey, hold tight. Plus, if you hold tight, you're gonna see you're gonna be stay around anyway. You know what I'm saying? And even take it even further. Back when I've talked about this before, talking about no scrubs, and y'all told men not to be scrubs. That's when one of the times when we was really in our kingdoms. How it should have been was back then, because guys were riding around together. We were flocked together. We was walking around as groups. Now dudes is all trying to do individual shit. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's trying to have their own family. You know what I'm saying? That's what the ladies asked for. You asked for that. Yeah, I asked us to be more like that. Take care of your own shit. Don't be fucking groupie with your boys all the time. Get your own. Everything's about life on your own, your family. Okay, bad baby. We started doing that. But ask yourself. Ask yourself. Are you doing what men are asking you? You might say, yeah. Wrong. That's wrong. And that's wrong. You don't. I mean, look at these lashes. Do we ask for that? Look at all the makeup. Did we ask for that? Look at all the implants. Did we ask for that? Okay, there are some. Well, there's some that ask for this. Some of those are weird people, though. You know what I'm saying? But there are some that ask. I give you that. But in all generality, did we ask for that? No. Did we ask you to be more? Did we say we wanted you to be more masculine? We didn't ask you that. So how can you be doing the stuff that we asking when those are the things that are coming out more and more and more and more and evolving more and more and more? Your eyelashes are getting longer. You know what I'm saying? So you listening to us? Throw your hair in a bun. You know what I'm saying? Put the little two things popping down on the side. You know what I'm saying? Throw a little sweaty on. Let's ride. You know what I'm saying? The sun was. Let's do the thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's go kick it. Very simple. That's what we asked for. Just to give you a heads up. That's really what we asked for. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And what kills me is that this is another reason why the market value on our side on the pendulum is going this way. On our side, right? Because we've learned y'all superpower. You guys haven't learned our superpower. We've learned yours. Emotion. We've learned it. We've also learned the shit don't work. Like, see like it works. Especially as men, we get sassy. We can't be emotional. They don't care. They don't care about your emotions. You know what I'm saying? But when you come with it, but the real thing about it though, we learn from y'all, which is dope, is that when you come with it, can't nobody say nothing. Y'all cool. Y'all was, hey man, y'all got that one, man. Hey man, that was smart play right there, ladies. That's smart play right there. That emotion stuff, oh, that's dope. But we learned y'all superpower. That's why the pendulum's tipping a little bit more on our side. You guys ain't taking the time to learn ours. You just take. Matter of fact, I said it again. You're taking the stuff that you even labeled as disgusting. You're taking the stuff that we don't even want to be that way. Being promiscuous and fucking bitches all night long, every night. It's fun. I've seen it before. It's fun. But that ain't what we want. You know what I'm saying? And that's the stuff y'all taking. Y'all taking that stuff. You ain't taking the good stuff from us. The superpower. Family. And I think one thing women need to understand is that women's superpower benefits family, which is equivalent to men's superpower benefit living single. So living single, we'll dominate that side of the field. But family, if women actually put it in perspective, they are the backbone of the family. They are the real ones that can keep that shit together. They even say, there's people that say, if you want to destroy a nation, you teach the women. That's what it says, because they were the ones that have the children and raise the children and hold the family together. That's a superpower. Why you want ours? if everybody's idea is to be married and have a family, and your superpower is to keep that together, then why y'all breaking it up? Why y'all ended them? Because that's not your job. I'm throwing it out there. I may be wrong. Sometimes I may be wrong. What if I'm not? What if I'm not? Men are from Mars. Well, excuse me. Women are from Venus, men are from Mars. Okay? If a Martian came over here, do you think he'd have superpowers? You have some type of power, some type of advantage in the Earth's atmosphere or whatever. You've seen movies before, so you know what I'm talking about. Same thing said of Venus. Venetians came over here. Would they have some kind of power with the Earth's atmosphere and elements or whatever? Would they? I don't know, right? But all I know is, what if they came? What if it really happened and they both came here, they blended, and their superpower with their superpower made some dope? And ladies, y'all now too busy trying to take our superpower rather than understand how important your superpower is. That's why the pendulum tipping a little bit more in our direction. We learned yours. We know how to have conversations about emotions now. It's funny too, because I think about it. I'm like, it's like when they like in I love superhero movies. It's like in superhero movies where they inject like uh the the test the, the, the potion or whatever, the test potion. Yeah, they put the test potion in a subject, and then in the one subject, like man, they put the superpower of emotion, and we took it. We was like, yeah, all right, man, now we good. And they put the superpower of men, masculine women, and it's like that's some strong shit. This is some strong stuff. Man, I'll be gone, man. It's Monday night, man. 10 p.m. Hope your kids are done, man. It's Thailand TV, man. But there's some real stuff to think about. I mean, if two people that are supposed to meant to join together and fit each other with their unequal parts, why are we trying to make the parts equal? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. We're just gonna bump and reject each other. And that's kind of what's been happening. Ladies, I think that you take men on too many of emotional roller coasters for no reason. You're man. Most of the stuff I ever talk about, let me blow that out there for you, are for good people that want to be in good relationships with good people. I'm not talking about the players out there. I did the last show about them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about good people. And ladies, I think you give a little bit too many emotional roller coasters. You take guys up and down too much. And the reason why I say that is because, like I said, we learned your superpower, so we know how the emotions come. You guys can feel them. If it's your power, it's you. You guys know what you're doing. So I'm just kind of throwing it out there. Be honest with yourself. Be real with yourself, ladies. Like, you're taking these guys on too many emotional roller coasters that you really love, that you really like. You know what I'm saying? Some of those you can just take. You know what I mean? Some of those you can just take on the chin and just ride with those. You know what I mean? But sometimes you put that weight on your man, and some of these men out here that are living that are out here, you know, living hard lives, man, trying to do what they got to do, man. It's difficult for them to handle all that. You know what I'm saying? Our job is to control the scene. Our job is to control our families, and we're trying to do that. And to have more of the emotional stress be coming from within our own home is a little bit too much for what men need right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think, you know, that characteristic is being rejected by men. They're seeing that and they're saying to themselves, we don't want to have that in our lives. And that takes a lot of women off the market. You know what I'm saying? For men that want to have serious relationships. Remember, I just told you that. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're being rejected, it's probably because a guy hasn't recognized you as somebody he can take serious. You know what I'm saying? And just take that as what it is, you know? So, and that's probably the reason why. It's because they just see too much of a burden emotionally. You know what I mean? Especially because, you know, ladies got out there doing their thing right now. They boss chicks, you know what I'm saying? Boss babes, they out here doing what they got to do. But sometimes the weight that you're putting on men's lives while you're doing that is a little bit more than they want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's just too heavy to have to deal with. And men are like that. Men, I tell people all the time, we're selfish. Men are selfish. I mean, I tell my girl. I tell my girl, men are fucking selfish. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is. We are. We want our woman. We want our life. I just told you, every man wants to be a kingdom now, right? So we want our own. This is our stuff. You know what I'm saying? We don't want nobody controlling or affecting, especially our lady. You know what I'm saying? So I totally get it because I'm like that too. You know what I'm saying? Men might not come off and admit it, but deep down inside, we are really, you know what I'm saying? We big old babies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we big old babies. So, we want our ladies with us, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, spit that game. Like, you see that? Like, that's real shit right there, and that's what makes. I think that's what I learned too. I learned that. I learned a lot about game from the old heads. You know what I'm saying? Like being truthful. Being truthful is more game than you can ever do. You know what I'm saying? You spit that game to the ladies by being truthful, tell you how you really feel. And when you get your lady, it becomes transcendence of game. It becomes a love language. It becomes a affirmation. It becomes just that connection that you and that person have. And, you know, you gotta be, which is weird how people aren't on that level. You know what I'm saying? And what I really think is that I told you ladies, pull shots on you tonight. Sorry. Some of the stuff that I'm saying, like if you don't agree with it, you gotta be atheist. Like on some real shit. You gotta be an atheist. So unless a lot of you women are telling me that you're atheist, some of the stuff I'm saying is right. Because if you have any type of religious knowledge, any type of religious commitment, every book, every book from y'all ain't took, ladies, you ain't took control of that one yet. You have not took control of the good book yet. You coming for it. You trying to rewrite that too. You know what I'm saying? But all books say it's God, man, woman, and child. So when you're an atheist, I'll step back and be like, all right, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But if I ever see a comment or if I ever hear you say anything about, you know what I'm saying, the Most High, Yahweh himself, and praises, then you have to follow that ladder that he said. Oops. Hey, don't be mad at me, man. I'm just a messenger, man. This is stuff I done seen, I done read, and plus I done lived it, and it works. You know what I'm saying? When things work, I speak this all the time, man. When things works, man, you gotta keep going to it till somebody can stop it. You know what I'm saying? And plus, ladies, I play angel's advocate. I got you. Just to take it off of you guys. I'd say this. I've spoke about this before. The Adam and Eve story, right? No matter what, the story says that he didn't get mad until Adam ate the apple. Okay, so that means men, it's on us. We got to keep doing what we're doing. We got to keep talking the way we're talking. We got to keep letting them know what we need to do. We got to keep pushing the agenda for us to be the best society we can be and love each other and push that narrative. Because like I said, God didn't get mad at the earth until Adam ate the apple. That's all it means. Take care of your family, man. That's what we want, man. Take care of your family, man. And ladies, like I said, you have the most important job. You have the most important job in keeping a family. Why would you want ours? Our job sucks. but that's ironic too, because I tell my girl all the time, like, baby, you know what I'm saying? I don't be able to, but that's well, I say it, I mean it, but I think that's only for right now. I tell her that I think, yeah, I be telling her, I'm like, yeah, well, sometimes being a lady, I know I get it. Sometimes being a lady, it sucks. I get it. Y'all gotta go through so much. Y'all gotta bear so much. I get it. I understand, baby. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's the job. That's the only way. That's the only way the family can stay together, man. I can ride out now. Don't worry about it. I can ride. I think that's what men do. We want to control the scene, right? We want to control the scene. I was thinking about this earlier. We want to control the scene, and pretty much we do. We pretty much control the whole scene. I said this a little bit ago. We pretty much control the scene. We got everything. That's why we here, because we already know we good here. We good. But in 2025, Now all of a sudden, we controlling the scene, we just chilling, and we look over, and I ain't gonna motherfucker, you ain't gonna make me do like, oh shit, damn. My girl, man. Oh man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, baby, that's my man right there. Hell yeah, he'll with all y'all. That's all, Lord. Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I thought you were just going to grab some water. I thought you was getting the water from the machine. They got the little water thing right there with the tubs, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to go ride out now. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, ladies. Bring that in. You know what I'm saying? Bring that in, man. We ain't got to do all that, man. We try to control the scene, man. We trying to have a family, man. And I think ladies need to just adjust to realizing that's really how we are now. You know what I'm saying? We some good men, man. I got a question too. And if I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, show me. Show me if I'm wrong. November. November is Movember. No shave November. For men. I got a suggestion. How about let's call it Don't Say No November for the ladies. Just a month. 30 days. 30 days. You just don't say no to your man. I'm talking about good people that are in good relationships with good people. That's it. Try that for me, ladies. Holler at me. Let me see. Blast it on social media. I'm gonna see it. I scroll. So I'm gonna see it for 30 days. Don't say no to your man. Try it. He say something, you like, all right, baby, I got you. He asks you for this. All right, baby, I got you. If you can, you can. I get it. But otherwise, if you can, don't say no for 30 days. Watch what happens. Man, I'm about to have like 750 marriages going on in this motherfucker. On the God, I think I'm lying. I know how to change the world, man. He said, if I was standing right next to you and told you who I was, you wouldn't even believe me. Blessings. I had a good night here with y'all tonight on Thailand TV. Might have missed a lot, man. I got a lot of thoughts, jobs. I'll be with you again next week. Thank y'all. Blessings, man. I love y'all, man. Everybody, man. Much love, man. Kings. Take your rightful heir to the throne, man. All of y'all, man. Let's go get it. It's time to get it, man. Love.